Hi everybody, I hope you're doing good. It's Denise here, Denise FARQUHARSON from Denise FARQUHARSON Coaching, here again for our Summer in Rome series. So today is day 7 and we have gone through, so much that can absolutely touch and affect and inspire and motivate you as much as possible. So I do hope that you are enjoying this series so far, our Summer in Rome. We may not be able to actually get away and get into Rome, but I'm bringing you Romans chapter 12. It's 21 days of inspiration, motivation, directly from the book of Romans. And it's got 21 verses, and every single verse, honestly, is just packed, rich, full of amazing stuff that can just inspire you and keep you going from a corporate perspective, from a business perspective, as a woman. Whether you want to receive coaching, it's almost like I'm giving you 21 little mini coaching sessions or mentoring sessions. It's just quite amazing. I'm just so excited about it and so enthralled by it as well. I do hope that you're doing good and just enjoying this lovely August Friday. It's a time when, it can just help to just inspire you and keep you just really motivated. So that's my aim, that's my intention. And what's Denise FARQUHARSON Coaching all about? It's all about helping you to transform your daily corporate challenges into success. And where you can get a chance to do that and where I can help you to succeed in that, then that's what I'm all about. So please do, if you've missed any of the previous ones, just go back and just check them out, listen to them and see which one of those are appropriate for you. Is it about you being a mentor or a mentee? Is it about you being having pride or not, or whether you need a balance? Is it about how you use your talents, your skills and your abilities? There's just so many of them, and we're building up to almost 21 of these videos. So let's get started, shall we? So let's turn to Romans 12 and the verse 7 that I'm going to cover today. This is what it says. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teaching, start that again. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching. Now, if you missed yesterday's, let me explain a little bit, because this verse starts with an or, and you need to understand what happened before. In verse 6, when we talked about having then gifts differing, we talked about actually everybody has a different gift. Everybody is talented and gifted in very different things. And so we all need to use those gifts. Especially don't bury them. Please don't bury your gifts, because somebody out there in the world needs to depend on you, hear from you, get something from you. So everybody has that. That's a given. And I talked about getting out of that imposter syndrome. Don't feel like you're a failure or feel like you're a fake in any way, shape or form, because you're not. You're just different. Your DNA is wired differently. Your talent is wired differently. Your gift is wired differently. And even the other day I talked about, actually, we may all have a title. For instance, I might have a title of a coach, but actually my coaching style and me, Denise, as a coach is very different from another coach who you might know nearby, who is classed as a coach. The role and the title is the same, but our style is very, very different. And so you may be a teacher or you may be a minister, and your style may well be different. And that's what I want you to get a hold of today, more than anything, is that you are uniquely different. So what is it? Are you a minister or are you a teacher? Let's get into it a little bit more. So when we think about ministering, let's take that one first of all. We think about how we offer up an opportunity. Ministering is all about being able to give someone something and not necessarily to deliver, but they are in need, and you are then able to supply meeting that need so that they get the outcomes that they're looking for, the results that they're looking for. And more than anything, that's what people need. People want results. People want results more than anything. And so if you are in the corporate field or in the business field, I want you to think about ministering in a very different way. And that's all about actually, where do I volunteer? Where do I become hospitable? Where do I show care for that particular person or situation? And that, even though we may be in a business world or a corporate world, it doesn't matter, because we can still deliver to others in very, very special and unique ways. and we can still offer our services and our talents to them. So don't be afraid to minister in the corporate field. Don't be afraid to minister in the business world as well, because everybody needs that human touch, that empathetic touch. Everybody's going to need that. So I want you to remember that from that perspective. So how do we minister from a Christian perspective? Well, that's why I've written down four things here, actually. We can offer peace and comfort. Especially now during COVID and the pandemic, people are struggling and suffering with all sorts of different things. And so you can minister to that need by offering peace, by offering that comfort. And even though we may not even be able to hug anybody right now that much, just being able to just offer that solace during grief, during a stricken situation, during uncertainty and worry and doubt, we can minister to others in a real beautiful, special way. So I want you to stir up that inside of you right now. What is it that you can minister, whether it's in your corporate and business, or whether it's from a Christian perspective? And especially as well that people are also going through a lot of stress. How can you minister to them, show your voluntary, hospitable, caring attitude and talent to them during a stressful situation? And people will respond to getting through their stressful situations in very different ways, but you'll work out what will meet that need, or just ask them. What is it that I can support you with? It's as simple as that, and then minister to them. So are you a minister or are you a teacher? Now, one of the questions I wanted to ask you actually, and if you're watching this on replay, please do #replay. Most of you can more than likely remember a time when you were teaching or being taught by an auntie or an uncle or a mom or a dad, and they taught you specific things about either how to bake something or make something, or how to put something together, how to build something or create something. And all of us as human beings, and especially as adults, we can go back and remember some of the things that we were taught. Now, if you think about it, we can teach in many various ways. And I'm not, especially some of you in this group, or some of you who are actually watching, who are friends of mine, who are teachers, I'm not going to teach you how to teach. No way. You are above and beyond me, definitely. But what I want you to remind you of is all of us are teachers in some way. Whether you're teaching somebody how to bake a cake, whether you're teaching someone how to carry out a particular activity on a project plan, whether you're teaching someone how to manage stakeholders, whether you're teaching someone how to run business and get really good revenue and profit, whatever it is that you're doing, you are a teacher. And you are imparting knowledge, and you are using your competency and your capability to absolutely land delivering good output and outcomes. And so I want you to think about that. Have you ever had a time when you were taught by mom, dad, auntie, uncle? Because guess what? When you're taught well, it stays. And it doesn't just stay inside of you. You talk about it, and then you also pass it on. So what is it that you are teaching someone else that they can pass on? Whether it's your child, whether it's corporate, or whether it's in a Christian scenario, what are you actually doing, and when are you actually delivering and helping someone do that? So then I want you to think about, from a Christian perspective, then how are you imparting salvation? How are you helping someone else to pray, to learn more about the Bible, learn about salvation? That not only is just about ministering, but actually it's about doing teaching as well, because sometimes when you are teaching someone, you are ministering to them, and sometimes when you're ministering to someone, you're also teaching them as well. So they could become one, and seemingly they can be separately delivered as well. So I think I was being a little bit of a tease there, where I said, are you a minister or a teacher? Depending on your answer inside of you, hopefully you might have just said, actually, I'm probably a little bit of both. And especially if you are part of the niche that I deal with, corporate Christian women, in a corporate world, we are always ministering to others. And in a Christian world, we are also teaching others and ministering to them too. So we're probably doing both, all right? So what I want you to think about from that perspective, or Ah, I can see comments now. All right, let's have a look. Hi, Sandra. How are you doing? Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. So, you're a teacher. Okay. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you. Sandra, it's amazing what we do at work and in our Christian walk. That is ministering. Yes, because they can be hand in hand. Absolutely can be hand in hand for sure. I was recently thanked for the support given to someone who was just returned from a long-term injury. Empathy and caring. You know something? I was saying this to some leaders the other day, that even though leaders sometimes want to be transformational, they're very task driven. And it's all about processes, it's all about procedure, it's all about the plan. But actually, if you spend more time on the transformational aspect of your leadership, then actually that automatically causes you, and if you practice it a lot, you will find that you will start to become more effective at your transactional checklisting tasking. Yeah, because you're applying more time with friends, and you're applying more time with others, so that you've got that human touch, empathetic touch. But actually by doing that, you are becoming more transformational, but actually you're impacting your transactional style as well as a leader. You still have to be strategic. You still have to be directive to a certain degree. You still have to be task driven and checklist driven and do, go, meet the milestones, etc., and get those project plans done and meet the program, deadlines. You've got to do that. You've got to stay within your cost margins. However, if you're constantly doing that and losing out on that ministering, teaching effectiveness and pulling on that mentor, remember we talked about the mentor yesterday and the mentee. If you're not spending time doing that, then that's going to impact how much you impart as an amazing leader and how much people remember what you do. Because not many people remember your transactions or your tasks. What they tend to remember is how you ministered to them and what you taught them. Okay, so bear that in mind. Those of you who are listening on replay, please bear that in mind. If the biggest thing that you take away from this today, whether you are a minister or a teacher or a bit of both, actually how you minister and how you teach, more than anything, no matter what the subject is, if it's impacting somebody's life, it impacts them for their life, not just for the moment. You're impacting someone for their entire life. And that's so powerful. So please remember that. And tomorrow, I'll pre-warn you now, it's going to be story time. And I've started getting some of it ready already. And we're going to talk about exhortation. We're going to talk about mercy. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about actually when we feel inside our hearts where we're not quite sure what we're going to have to do. So tune in. We're back to 5 o'clock every single day now for the rest of August, for the 21 days that I'm going to be delivering this. So I hope to see you tomorrow for the storytelling session. In the meantime, work out your ministry, work out your teaching, because that's what Romans is telling us to do. And you can impact somebody's life by doing both. All right? So get going. Keep doing it. Great to be with you. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.